Hello again, guys. Right, I just flicked this gold chart onto the higher time frames. I noticed this situation, the daily reversal to the downside, so I thought I'd just make a go about it. So what's interesting is this, if this was a 15-minute chart or a 5-minute chart, I'd be thinking about potentially trading this. And it's worth noting also that this might have some value because it might just flick a few light bulb switches with you. But as it stands, here's swing 1, swing 2. If we were going to consider selling gold, we should really have to break this low with price over here. Then, because at the point we are now, this is a 1, 2, 3 VIX per Andio lower high. We can't join these according to my rules. So how can we trade this? Well, we can trade it to that level, a test of that level, but it doesn't have to break through there. There's also various I haven't even looked on the left hand side where the levels are. We're by the looks of it, let's have a look at the weekly. Oh no, we're not at all-time highs. So we've got that shows how much interest I have in long-term charting and stuff. Over here, just so we know where we are, we should, that's the highest high there, I think. We should think about, if we go on the monthly, it'd be even easier, wouldn't it? Of course. And blow it up. So there's the high. So that's a probable testing point if this is going to go further and further down. Catch all those balls out. Sorry, two choices and I picked the wrong one. Yellow. There. That's definitely the highest high there. So that's a good starting point. Then if we want to look inside those monthly candles, those two there, drop down a time frame, weekly. Got the vertical so we know where we are. So we are currently busting or sitting on those two weekly levels. So a close through those. I'll put both on just to be sure we get the right one. A close through both of those would suggest we're on our way down to here. So that would be the next level in the way. And then we can look at the carry on going down a time frame down to the daily, and we can start to see where daily levels may cause a problem, and that would be what I'd put on there. So that's how I do my left hand side resistance when price is above it analysis. So it works the same way for H1, H4, and then back to the current time frame, and we can see now what price is having a problem with. I promise you I had no idea what these levels were. I hadn't drawn them. I might have done weeks ago, so but I forget this stuff as quick as I draw the charts. Once I've closed this chart, everything's forgotten. So but that's why I love these, because we can all draw these lines on here in exactly the same way, and we will all see exactly the same levels if you follow my stuff. So as it stands, looking at the weekly, we are on a 3 candle reversal. If we break through this and close, that's important, close through that level there. So that's a massive level as well. That's a target level. This weekly low, we could draw that in because we've closed below there, and most likely we've been back and tested it. But critically, for a push down, we need to close through there. We know that. We could also put this high in here, because if we were considering targeting that green low, that candle there, then it has to get through this little resistance high there. I know it looks a mess, but when you get onto the lower time frames, all of those levels represent levels, and I don't consider the daily to be a lower time frame. All of those levels represent levels that we could trade to and from. So we need to put that daily low on there as well. there, because that's the 3 candle reversal low. Now we need to blow this up and see what did happen. Looks like this red candle closed below that green level. The close was 1928.40, and the green low of that candle there 1929.39. So that was the 3 candle reversal. This is the pop up and test of that weekly low, and then this now is a continuation, and all we needed was an H4 reversal to the downside in order to for this to consider, or us to consider this as a continuation to the downside. So because it will have an H4 confirmation, I believe, then we ought to have that level in there, because that's going to cause us a problem as well, an old daily low. So H4, now we can zoom in a bit more, and H4, the daily low, sorry, I'm looking at H4 3 candle reversal. Let's zoom in a bit more. The highest high in this whole move here. Notice we didn't get a reversal anywhere here. There's the, at that point, that was the penultimate high, the ultimate high. We needed to close below that low. Notice the price has not done so. Then we had a new, by the looks of it, penultimate high. We definitely have a new ultimate high. High 195588, 195523. Yep, that's a new high. So yeah, I mean, working from left to right, we could treat this as a reversal level. Here we got the reversal to the downside. That candle there closed below that candle there. As you can see, then it collapsed, and that would be a massive move there on an H4 chart. That point there, we also got a 3 candle, an RSI bust and break low with that 3 candle reversal. I mean, that's why I applied the RSI onto my chart, because it just agreed with what I have been studying and believing for years now. That was a 240 pip move, not 24. That is 240 pips in one 4-hour candle. Okay, so and then they've pushed the price back up again, and it's made a new high by the look of it. No, it's reversed to the long side. It hasn't H4 reversed to the long side. It would have to break the high of that candle there and close above it. Notice how that has rejected the price as well, failed to close above it. We do not need a new H4 reversal to the downside in order to go short. All we would need really at this point is an H1 reversal, because we did not reverse to the long side. Having said that, we've got a swing trend, and you know, I'm doing this on the fly, so I would want to see low, high, higher, low, higher, high. I would categorically need to see an H4 reversal to the downside, because as I said in one of my previous videos, I dedicated a video to this, a swing trend is more powerful than an H1 reversal, which I was talking about here. The reason being, an H1 reversal is a 15-minute swing trend. A H4 swing trend, low, high, high, low, higher, high, trumps an H1. So you would be using an M15 swing trend if you use an H1 to go short against an H4. That's important. But this H4 reversal to the downside now, the close below that low there, again gave us a substantial trade, bearing in mind it is gold, of virtually 60-70 pips there, and then she's pulled back again, and at this point we are just waiting for another reversal. We got another reversal and price has crashed again. So here we can use the lower time frame trend to consider trading to these new levels below us. So this is just thinking out loud, guys, talking about price action. There's a lot to take in and understand there, but you know, this in itself should fascinate you, and this in itself is what sort of what's the word, reinforced my belief in these reversal levels, because they would not let it reverse long, and they didn't let it reverse short until this point here. I mean, to me that is just crazy. So study those, look at those, they are an education in themselves. Any of these sort of sideways motion instances are a learning opportunity. So, you know, you've got all this stuff here, you can watch it live, just draw your levels. That's how I learned how the significance of 3 candle reversals and the significance of the highs and lows of candles. Loads of people poo-pooed me. I ignored them over the years, almost decades now, and I'm glad I did, because I believe this stuff absolutely 100%. I wouldn't have, you know, I've been studying charts for 16 years, nearly 17 now, and I've had these 3 candle reversals in my sights, as it were, concentrated on them for the best part of probably about 14 or 13 years. There you go. So 3 candle reversals. RSI Histo agrees with them all the time. There's another one. You know, 3 candle reversal down, low, high, high, low, high, 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 low, lower, high, lower, low, and there's your 3 candle reversal there, and your RSI break and close, and lo and behold, price goes down. So that's just a summary of how I draw my lines, why I draw the lines, and we're looking for potentially a break of gold below there, and that watch for a little bounce, and then we could continue down to these levels here. Obviously these daily lows and that high there would affect price, but that's a blinking big gap there between that. We can put that level on there. If that thing gives way here, that would be another 240 pip gap. Well, 200 pips. So worth watching. Could reverse on us, of course, but you know, something, and hopefully there's some value in this video for you.